So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to introduce myself. My name is Scott Hoke. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Davenport. I want to welcome everyone here today. We have a great crowd, we have a lovely day, and we have a great new facility that we are opening today. So we are very excited to be here today. Before I bring our Honorable Mayor up, I do want to say a few words just to thank everyone that has been a part of this from our perspective. And of course, the Mayor and all the council that have been very helpful in moving this project forward. It's been a few years as it's progressed, but we are very excited to be where we are. I do want to mention a few of the other people. Mike Clark and his staff, I believe Mike is here. But Brian, I see Brian Chad, I see Eric, Mike, some other people from Public Works. They are the engineers that help make sure everything is done correctly. I also want to mention some of our crew from the Parks and Recreation Department that are here today. Don Allen's over up against the window. Him and some of them. I see Mike. I see Ronnie. I think Betsy Tubbs is here as well. Mike Clark is in the back waving. He's in his Irish mode with all green on today, so he's getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. I also see Zach Peterson from Public Works as well, very helpful in some of the design of the building. So we are thankful to all of them. Want to mention that Swanson Construction did a great job. They were our general contractor for this. Some of them are here today. Sam was the on-site person that was here every day making sure the guys are moving forward. A few others, the project manager Dave, Tom is here, Dan, Rich, and Rusco. They were all very instrumental in moving things forward. And then also want to mention Stanley Constructions is here, Lawrence and Sean. I'm not sure where they slid off to, but again, in regards to the design of the building and making sure it looks good. So I think everyone's very excited to see it, and quality job by all of the people here. So thank you to all of those groups that helped with that. I don't want to steal any of the mayor's thunder in regards to what he has to say, but I do want to mention a few other things that are happening down here at Credit Island. Of course, we had a great event last fall with the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812 battle that took place here on Credit Island. We'll be doing some tree planting this year, thanks to a grant from the Mid-America Trees Please grant. We'll have 169 trees that we'll be planting here at Credit Island, and we have some new playground that's going in thanks to funding through the CIP, through the council, and the mayor on that. So thank you to all of them. The last group that I want to say thank you to, and hopefully the mayor will too, as Nate Brown will be speaking, but the Friends of Credit Island has been a great group to work with. They are very passionate and dedicated to seeing Credit Island move forward and things happen here. So they are scattered throughout the group here. I'm sure everyone probably considers themselves a friend of Credit Island, but there are some really great people that have been very helpful for this. So I want to thank all of them for that and appreciate that. So without any further ado, I will turn it over to our Honorable Mayor Bill Gluba.
Thank you, Scott. And aldermen, I want all the aldermen up here. We're all taking credit. We're all going to take blame. Depends on who you talk to. So get up here, boys. This is your city council team. 2nd Ward Alderman Bill Edmond. Our basketball star, Gene Meeker. Your 1st Ward Alderman, you're Rick Dunn. 6th Ward Alderman, Chairman of the Finance Committee, Jeff Justin. 3rd Ward Alderman, Bill Boone. Mayor Pro Tem Barney Barnhill. 8th Ward Alderman Sergeant Major Matson. 7th Ward now, they keep changing. Come on, guys, get over here. I want y'all on camera. Because when the water's in here a little high, there may be some concerns, but we've already programmed that. Welcome all, and welcome to beautiful West End Davenport, right? Over the years, we always said, oh, the West End's been neglected, ignored. Well, it really hasn't. You know, Rockingham Road, the dike, and this, $1.6 million of insurance money put right back into this building, you know. And a lot of people said, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. Don't put it in our area. Who else is here, Susie? I forget somebody you're pointing out. Okay. Anyway, a lot of people said, what are you doing that for? And we said, we're doing it because it's a West End historic landmark, and it needs to be preserved and protected, right? That's what we did. We're proud of it. It was, I might add, it was unanimous. And there was so many people. Scott mentioned a few, and I'll get back with Nate Brown in a second. But with all the task force members that are here, step forward, stand up. I mean, there's a whole host of State Senator Joe Singh, our dear friend, probably in Des Moines today. Mary Cormer, where's Mary at? Bob Peppers, I see Bob, and Roman Schultz, and Mike Peppers, Dale Gilmore, and John Frew, and Michelle Salenda, and Robin Inock, and Vince Waranza, and Susie Bell's even here. Good, stand, give a wave, Susie. Wake up there, lady. You're one of the members of this thing. And Bill Ashton from the Levy Commission, Robert, and Elaine Banauer, and so many more. You know, these are the volunteers that have really put Credit Island back on the map, back in the forefront, back on the agenda of the city, so to speak, and it's paying off. We're seeing more and more people come down here. And I can't say enough about your Alderman, Rick Dunn, who constantly is always reminding us about the needs and the importance of the West End of Davenport. It's like a major city down here. We want to thank you, Rick, for your leadership on the City Council. And also, there's so much history here, folks, and I won't get into it all, but it goes way back. I mean, to, I think it was 1868 when this Credit Island was first established. Call it Offerman's Island back then. And it's been known as Suburban Island, Grand Island, Manhattan Island. In the fall of 1904, the island's name changed to Suburban Island because of the railroad that ran down here, trolley cars. I'm sure most of you don't remember that. I don't. But there used to be this was like the Coney Island of the Quad Cities. Who remembers that? Susie, you probably do, about the only one. But anyway, on Sundays, this place was packed, you know, because it was the place to be. And it's currently the largest park in our park system. We have 57 parks. People say, well, why should you spend money on parks? Because that makes for a community. You know, no community hurt itself. If the old Germans hadn't helped us with February and Vanderveer and all the other parks, where would we be today? And this is one of our iconic ones. Sure, it's gone through tough times, but it's still here today, and a lot of people are going to be using it more so in the future. And until, you know, and it served the area well. And we had some floods, and of course, things have changed the last few years. But before the flood came here the last time, we were seeing a huge increase because the Friends of Vanderveer Park, our friends of Credit Island, came down here and painted it inside of the lot themselves. Our city staff donated time. We had a lot of wedding receptions being held down here, didn't we? Just before this burned out. Why? Because a lot of young couples, young women, you know, they don't have the big bucks to spend on some of the big fancy hotels for wedding receptions. They liked it down here. I was down here to more than one wedding reception. Lots of senior citizen, retiree events, just a lot of sports-oriented organizations were coming in here. And we get a little bit of money to help pay the overhead. But this is kind of the working person's park down here, and people maybe can't afford the nicer places. And there'll be a lot of memories because of the wedding receptions that are held here. And it's going to happen again. This beautiful facility now, look at it, pretty amazing. You know, you look around here from what we had a year ago, the contractor did a fantastic job. And people are going to be proud to come here again. And we're proud as a city to make it possible because there were a lot of naysayers. Oh, don't spend that money. We could do this, we can do that. But we said, no, this is our park. This is part of Davenport's history. We're going to preserve it. So we did. And thank you very much for that. Well, now let me get to the guy who really drove the train here, drove the city council, promoted this, and got us all on board. We were sympathetic, but Nathan Brown, quite frankly. There's an alderman. Get up here, Nate. One of the best aldermen Davenport's ever had. Nathan Brown. He's the guy that came up with the idea and brought it to our attention. Mayor, maybe we could create a task force of citizens to talk about this so it's not made by city bureaucrats, the final decisions, or people elsewhere, or the editorial board of the Quad City Times, which voted against having this, I might add. Yeah, I remember that. Nothing wrong with that. You're wrong on that one. We got it here. But Nate Brown led the charge among the city council members and said, let's get this task force established. And guys, I want you to support me on this because we can recreate what was once here and we can really make it a crown jewel again of the Quad Cities. And thank you, Nate. Step forward, and it's your day today because you're the guy with these volunteers that made it happen. Nathan Brown. Get up here. few words. Speech. You got all right now.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's good. That's my man there.
Well, actually, I was going to announce my candidacy for mayor, but he said such nice things. I think I'm going to just hold off.
That quick. That's it.
First, I want to thank the mayor and the city council, especially First Ward Alderman Rick Dunn, for working with to make this day a possibility. I would like to thank Mike Clark and the Credit Island Task Force for their diligent work. I would like to also thank Finance Director Brandon Wright for his efforts in working with the insurance company. And last but not least, I would like to thank Parks and Rec Director Scott Hoke, Sherry Fisher, and all the Parks and Rec staff that have been working so hard to make this place shine. And lastly, I'd like to thank the fire department for being here and showing their support and not making it as bad as it could have been. So, thank you. And actually, I was a little concerned when 3 fire trucks showed up. So, but today is a good day. Today is a day of memories and possibilities. Most of us, if not all, have many fond memories of events at Credit Island and at the Lodge. In a sense, it's a reunion for many people, from first kisses and wedding receptions, concerts and sporting events, from a Sunday drive to early morning fishing, to the haunted island hayrack ride. This island and lodge have helped so many people make great memories, and the Friends of Credit Island look forward to so many more family-friendly memories to come. There are many great things that are happening at this park, and this is the perfect way to start a great year. The Friends of Credit Island welcome all of you as friends and are excited to celebrate the reopening of the Credit Island Lodge. And there's one more person that actually wanted to speak, Bob Peppers, the chairman of the Friends of Credit Island.
Long-time West Ender, one of the guys that brought to our attention the idea of a Friends of Credit Island, because we have a Friends of Credit, Vanderveer and Bob, take over. Former alderman, too, I might add. They're all here today.
I grew up at Credit Island. Credit Island was my front yard. And I'm going to have a hard time talking about this because it's very passionate with me. People want to know why I pushed so hard for Credit Island. I worked for Ivan Nelson. Many of you probably don't even know who that is, but if I tell you that I worked in the horse stables down here and we had 125 head of animals down here, and I worked in that and taught people how to ride horses. I caddied down here for Jack Fleck, and I ate right here in this building, and that's what he did, was he bought me a hot beef dinner right here, or a chili dog or whatever, and chocolate marshmallow malt. That was my favorite. And they were it was served right here in the Credit Island Lodge. In 1993, a young man asked me to be on the Credit Island Task Force, and his name was Alderman Bobby Tappendorf. Bobby, where you at?
Hey, Bob, another former alderman.
The recognition that he received in 1994 for the beginning of the Friends of Credit Island, and that task force turned into the Friends of Credit Island. And such a beautiful thing, and I look around this room and it's really heartfelt to see all of this. And Mike Ewalt, I don't know where Mike's at. Mike's out there. Mike came down here and spent the whole day down here with me looking at this building and says, Bobby, we can save this building. I'm telling you, we can save it. And he gave me a lot of great ideas. And I was on the task force for Bobby Tappendorf. I was on another task force. I've been on 3 task forces about the Credit Island. Every one that we've had, I've been on that task force. And the Friends of Credit Island has been moving forward. And there are so many people. One of our former presidents, Van Willows is here, and there's so many people, and I probably shouldn't have said any names because then I'll start forgetting because there's so many people, and Richard Thomas, and all the people that came before, and Hank Reimers was a president of this organization, and I say something all the time and people don't understand what I'm saying. I love you all. If you're about Credit Island, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, former Alderman, friend. We forgot one group, too. Well, the members of the Davenport Levy Commission that are here, stand up. We've got the Levy Commission folks here. They're the ones that help and preserve and protect the riverfront. Stand up. I see Audrey there anyway. Hey, let's hear around for the Levy Commissioners. Well, and the Park Advisory Board, they're here. We got so many boards and commissions. These are the volunteers, though, that really do the work behind the scenes. Thank you. And again, let me just conclude by saying, you know, this is the Working West End's lodge. This is their lodge. This is West Davenport at its best, and we're very proud of it. And we'll continue to be supportive of it and bring this park back to once the way it was. So I want to thank you so much for being here and supporting, and I thank our city council team. Give them a hand. Everybody criticizes all. They do a hell of a job, you know. We're fixing them potholes. You're going to hear a lot about potholes next week, but they're out every day working. Not the alderman, but the rest. We'll get to them. You betcha. We are getting to them today, as a matter of fact. So with that, where's Dan Joyner? Dan is the Chamber of Commerce gentleman here who helps us cut ribbons. Are any ambassadors here, Dan? Nope, no ambassadors. Chamber of Commerce does a fabulous job putting all these together. So get back here, all you folks that have been involved in this. We've got to take pictures.
All right, you ready on three? 1, 2, 3.